welcome back to the Painted Stone Cottage. I'm Becky. So this happened today. I had a little experience. For one thing, I'm in Florida and it's hot and the humidity is ridiculous right now. Real field temperature I think is 102 and the humidity is somewhere in the 80s. So a little ridiculous, but my hair has been long for years, and usually I just wad it up in a ball and stick a clip on it, and go. But I was letting my hair dry down this morning after having a little incident in the garden. First, I had a wasp, I don't know why I have trouble saying that, fly into my hair, and he got quite stuck in there. I was like, well, that's not a good sign. Well, then I had, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes later, a bird literally flew into my hair. I kid you not, this happened. So I came back in the house, washed it again, because who knows what these creatures have. And I love wildlife, but I don't want it in my hair. I washed it again, got in the truck, drove to town, and said, cut it all off. And the woman looked at me like I was crazy. I said, seriously, cut it all off, give me a pixie cut. And so she went to town on me, and I said, make it a short pixie cut. And she was quite ecstatic. So there's my little adventure for today. Much cooler. I don't have hair or bangs I'm having to fight with getting in my face, and hopefully no more wasps or birds will be flying at my head. So, long story short, I feel much better. I've been wanting to do this, I might look like a boy, but I don't care at this point. Bring on the Florida heat. I'll deal with it. But anyhow, we have reached that time of year in Florida where our gardens look like death warmed over. My tomato plants, well, I've pulled out all but 4 tomato plants, I think, or maybe 5, but they all just wilting, bugs eating everything alive out here. Just, you can't win at this point. July is like the no-go for my garden. I know my spring garden gets ripped out every year at this time. So, but on the bright side, I will start my seeds for my fall garden, and we'll be back at it, and the bug population won't be nearly as bad. And then we also get a winter garden down here because we only get to freezing maybe 2 or 3 times a year in the winter. So, whatever I lose in the summertime down here for growing, I make up for, the other 9 months out of the year. So I'm pretty ecstatic about that. But, the only thing I really have that's thriving right now, of course, is the okra. My celery seems to be doing great. Of course, the cucamelons, Mexican sour gherkins, they are loving this heat. Our rain has slowed down substantially. Let me see what else. Oh, peppers. Yeah, my peppers are doing incredible. I'm going to have more chili peppers than I know what to do with. And bell peppers, they seem to be struggling right along. But pretty much everything else has died off. Hey, you two, stop it. Tank, you don't need to bathe him constantly. Anyhow, let me give you a quick look out here at how horrible it looks. It's that time of year where us southerners are really ashamed for people to see our gardens, because wow, they just look awful. Like, here, have a look at this. The last of the struggling tomatoes, one of them. Not good. All right, so yep, that was the last of the struggling tomatoes. I think I've got a few more over here. These, however, are my new lychees that I'm growing. So I will have those for sale in my area since they are so difficult to grow, apparently. I'm not sure why. I don't have troubles, but you can't seem to find them anywhere. but everything's just struggling. Lord. But see, celery's still doing great. Of course, my Pinot Noir peppers are doing good. And here's this white eggplant that I purchased on a whim the other day. Normally I just grow everything from seed. And I have a couple of nice pimentos that I grown or picked up at the store because I couldn't find pimento seeds anywhere. I got some beans starting to come up again. Look at that poor Roma tomato. Isn't that the most pitiful sight you have ever seen? Like, whew, that poor thing. I'm actually rooting for it at this point to pass on. I'll pluck the rest of the tomatoes off and give it its rest. More plants I got to get in the ground. My kiwis and a new grapevine, of course. Bananas love this heat. Here is a Beefmaster that I purchased because my other big tomatoes weren't doing good this year, so I ripped them out. Anaheim, let me see here, little Anaheim popping up. My beautiful summer tulips. I never remember what they're called, but let me see here, pop that off. But we have cayennes that are doing great, of course. This is a dragon cayenne. You see, that's another bell pepper that's just starting to do something. I'll have to remove that little flower and let it revive itself a little bit. Of course, there is my Mexican sour gherkin cucamelon, and it's loving this heat. It's doing great. It's putting off lots of fruits continuously here. Let's see here, where's my hand? There we go. They're doing good. Me and my granddaughter tried them the other night. We were expecting them to be more sour. They were not. They were actually a little bland, and we don't know why. There's a little patch of my okra just getting going. Of course, we still have plenty of the Chinese noodle beans everywhere. I need to come pick those today. And there is the last of my tomatoes, the Black Beauty, and let me see, and three Black Beauties and a black and brown. And you can see they're struggling with all this heat. They're not digging it, but whew, there's my dragon fruit. He is doing great. There's the other one I just started about a month ago. So, as you can see, my summer garden has come to an end. So, anyhow, as you can see, that's a lot to be ashamed of out there. It's quite a mess. But I had to come in the house, like I said. The temperature out there is about 102 today, so it's pretty miserable. You feel like you're melting and you can't breathe. But that's where we're at this time of the year, which I don't mind, because in the summer with the heat and humidity, I don't want to be out there working in my garden. Plus, the mosquitoes down here are vicious right now because the water's not moving. We're not getting rain. So, you know, perfect little habitat for mosquito larvae. So, I just wanted to check in with everybody and let you see our slowdown. And this is how it is. This is real life Florida. Anyhow, always be growing, everybody. Thank you.